Let's go ahead and create those railings on that mezzanine level. So I'll slide up to the mezzanine level, and I'm already zoomed into that area. And we'll go ahead and construct some railing there. So I'm going to grab the railing tool, sketch by path. It's got guardrail pipe is still selected as we used on the inside. And I'm just going to come to that front face of the columns and connect them. That one's done. And we'll do this one more time. On that front face, center of the wall to the center of that other column. Click that complete. And let's look at that from the stair construction view. See how that looks. And they seem to be facing properly. So the next thing we want to do is put some signage, some three-dimensional letter signs on the building. We're going to do that on the face of these columns here. So I'll go to the full model view. And the first thing I want to do is set the plane that I want to place those on. And so I'm going to use the tool Pick a Plane. And I'm going to roll over until I select something like this. This is that plane on that face. This is the plane on that face. And there's also one other little plane here. They're not indicating well because of the way that corner is formed, and they don't do it any better over there. So I'm just going to select this one. So I'm going to click on that, and that's going to select that plane to draw our model text on. So we're ready to add some model text. So I'm going to say Good Food Co-op. You can call it anything you want. And I'm just going to place it generally on that face. You'll notice that it doesn't have a color to it. So let's go ahead and give it the same as our ribbed color. And it's a bit thick. So I'm going to go ahead, oops, I just shut that down. I'm going to shrink the depth of this down to 3 inches, let's say. And I'll hit apply. And that looks pretty good, except that it's probably a little large. Let's go to the south elevation now and get it rotated into the right orientation. So I'm going to use the rotate tool and the place of the center line tool, center of rotation. Grab it here, draw off at 90 degrees, click and rotate 90. Whoops, let's try that again. I'll select that, grab the rotate, place, and rotate 90. And the text looks really large. So let's make a new text. So I'll go to Edit Type, and we'll duplicate it, and we'll make it, let's say, 18 inches. And I'll get rid of the 2. And we need to change that dimension. So I'll just change this to 18 inches. Hit apply and OK. And there we have a much nicer size to that. And it almost seems like it's perfectly lined up on the face of that column. So I just actually may not move it at all. If you need to move it, you can just use the move tool to position it. And I'll just duplicate it over, and I'll go from grid to grid. And let's take a look at it in the model view now and zoom out. And it looks pretty good. So the next thing we need to deal with or explore is the creation of our presentation sheets.